Welcome back. I'm Phil. That's Samantha.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
We are who?
We are Bars and Barbells.
She was surprised. She was like, I don't know who we are.
I thought you were going to say, what are we doing today? So I was about to say cream, but I was like, we're not cream. We're
Gotta
Bars
keep
and
you on your
Barbells.
toes, Samantha. We're doing cream. You are correct. What's the name of the song that we are doing?
White Room, which is like a little bit cryptic.
And how are we arriving at this song here?
This is a request from Mark.
Yeah. Mark's made many. You guys know that if you've been hanging out with us for a long time. If you're your first time on the channel because we're doing cream, welcome. Yes. Mark is a big sponsor of the channel, so now you know this. And we really appreciate all the support from Mark and everybody that comes through and checks out our channel.
You guys are all amazing.
Very, very true. So we're checking out Cream for the first time on the channel today. It's our first introduction to them. I think Mark was probably getting a little impatient because he had mentioned them to us a long time ago. And we
hurry up, get there already.
Now, apparently they don't have a real large catalog because they were only together for 2 years.
Yeah, but they are often cited as the first supergroup. So that's kind of cool.
And so this song here, White Room, I think must have came out towards the end or the back half of their reign because it came out in 1968 and they formed in 1966.
Correct.
And so Eric Clapton is, the name that we recognize from the group, but apparently as a supergroup, really renowned bass player and drummer as well. So 3-piece band, which is not, that common as well. We've done a few of them on the channel, Rush being a big standout one, but I always find it really, really interesting when you have these bands that have got 3 people in it and they just manage to make so much depth out of.
I was gonna say that it always sounds so full, like you almost forget that it's only 3 people.
Yeah, and it seems like it's always like 3 elite musicians that come together.
Well, I was just about to say, I think also too part of it is like if you can do more than one thing at a time. Like if you are talented enough to be on the vocals and the guitar at the same time, right? You don't need as many people. So
So anyways, this is how we've arrived at Cream. This is what we're doing today, but that doesn't mean there aren't more options available to us to do from Cream in the future. And you know what to do. If you got a suggestion, you drop it down low in the comments section. Anything else you want to add before we get started, Samantha?
Now let's check it out.
All right, let's go.
In a white room with black curtains near the station, black roof country, no
I like this riff.
pavements, tired starlings, silver horses ran down moonbeams in your dark eyes. Dawnlight smile on you, leaving my contentment. I wait in this place where the sun never shines. Wait in this place where the shadows run from themselves.
Okay.
You said no strings
Let's
could
go.
secure you at the station. Platform ticket, restless diesels, goodbye windows. I walked into such a sad time at the station. As I walked out, felt my own need just beginning. I wait in the queue when the trains come by.
Okay.
Fly with you where the shadows run from themselves. was kindness in the hard crowd. Consolation for the old wound now forgotten. Yellow tigers crouched in jungles in her dark eyes.
All right, we'll pause here because Sam's a yellow tiger crouched in the jungle with her dark eyes.
Some interesting like choices of descriptions, like with the silver horses riding on moonbeams.
Yeah.
In dark eyes, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I like horses.
I don't know if that's like, maybe the psychedelic aspects of creating imagery in your head as you're listening to these songs and kind of piecing it together in the way that you want it to, because I do feel like it's a very introspective feel, the lyrics are.
I do, but I also do think that it does have like a little bit of a psychedelic element to the music itself as well.
Yeah, I think for me, I would say the lyrics present that more because I get personally from the sound a lot of hard rock. And I feel like this is laying the foundation for what comes later in terms of hard rock, because at this time in 1968, I would say that, other than, maybe Jimi Hendrix and his experimentation with guitar techniques and everything else, there really wasn't a whole lot of this happening. And you guys can, elaborate on that, but really can hear Eric Clapton. It's like, if I didn't know Eric Clapton, because we've gotten into him on the channel now, I wouldn't have been able to pick it out as much, but I can like hear the shades of his later sounds from this here. Mark had made mention the slow hand, the nickname for Eric Clapton as it came to be, is prevalent in this. And I kind of now understand what Mark was saying, referring to that. So I love it. I mean, I just love it's got a great groove.
It does. I love the riff on this.
The riff is great.
And the percussion, like the drums. I really like those as well.
The rhythm section in general between the bass and the drums, I think, is fantastic. And then you offset that with the vocal too.
Yeah.
Like it's a huge switch up that he has in there, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think when I was saying before, like kind of that little bit of like a psychedelic feel, I feel like it's not strong, just kind of like layered on top, almost like the icing on it. I feel like for me comes through with the lyrics definitely because they're like kind of poetic, cryptic-esque, but also his vocal, the way he delivers his vocal, I get like a little bit of that. It's almost like the way he's delivering the words. And I think there might be, I don't know for sure, but I feel like with some of the guitar in there's almost like an effect or something that's being used. So all of that combined is just kind of the vibe that gives me a little bit.
The production level on this is pretty insane to me because like what I was thinking about, and I have so much to say and I don't want to drag this on for too long here, but it sounds so fresh to me, and that it doesn't feel like this is 1968 listening to it.
I feel like you could be like, listen to this today.
Yeah, 100%. And I think a lot of that is the recording techniques that they probably use. The production was probably very high level. And I also really love like the breaks that they're having in here where they build up this drama, but it almost gives me like a movie score vibe, that this epicness that's taking place. It feels much further beyond just a song. It feels bigger than that.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean with like the drama underlying with it.
Yeah. All right, you ready to get back to it?
Yep.
All right, let's roll.
I also like the lyric video for this.
Say what?
I was saying I also
you
like
lied to me because I just said you ready to roll. You're like, yep.
Sorry.
Hold on, I gotta say.
Sorry,
something
last thought. I said I really like the lyric video for this because the lyrics are a little bit more abstract. It allows you to kind of like actually see what we're talking about a little bit.
Yeah,
more.
I think we'd be pretty lost if there was no lyrics and wondering if we're hearing what we're actually hearing because it is so abstract.
At the party, she
more time. Gotta get a little more slow hand.
Shredding the guitar.
And that was Cream with White Room.
Shredded the guitar there at the end.
Yeah, you could really hear the effect that you were talking about. I think it was a wah-wah effect that was on there. And
cool.
I could hear it a lot more when they let that kind of stand out at the forefront. Lyrics, I don't know, probably abstract, as we said, but feelings of isolation.
Definitely got some like darkness, lots of shadows, talking about being alone, loneliness, all that kind of imagery.
Kind of sounds like the shadows running from themselves. It's like just completely removed from everything. Alone, so loneliness, Anyways, obviously portrayed as a woman in this sense.
Yeah. Well, they're also talking, like they were saying she, right? Like they were talking about her eyes. They're talking about again, I don't know if it was a metaphor for something else, but talking about like being at a party. So like, I don't know if they were actually talking about a woman or if I was like,
could have been drugs as well.
That's what I was saying, a metaphor for something else.
Common theme in the 60s is referring to something else. But that's, I think, what makes some of the music very unique as well, right? Is that it can be a double in the sense that it's interpreted one way while they were writing something completely abstract.
Yeah, from a completely different perspective.
Yeah, so I really love this song.
Me too.
In general, we talked about percussion. That was great. A lot of great drum fills. Bass groove was fantastic. I thought it was overlaid with the kick drum really, really well as well, which, they complement each other, obviously.
I thought all of it was layered really, really well with like the vocal on top. Like I feel like it sat in there nicely. Like it didn't really, nothing overpowered each other.
No, and then I think you had 2 layers of electric guitar, maybe more, in there from Eric Clapton as well. So all around, I can see why Cream was super influential. This was so unique. I can't really say that I feel like we've done much else like Cream in the 60s.
I was going to say, especially not in that time period.
No. I mean, I think like the closest I would say would be something like Black Sabbath, which we got into, I think, at the end of the 60s. I think that's when they started. It's been a while since we did
this is
Black
68,
Sabbath.
Right? So I guess that would be similar to that.
Yeah. So, and we know that Ozzy and Black Sabbath were really influential from the heavy metal hard rock sound. So
like
this kind of has
darker
that vibe
kind
to
of
it.
sound. Yeah.
Anyways, anything else you want to add, Sam, before?
I really enjoyed it. Like I said, to me, I think like my favorite part of this was just like I really enjoyed the groove of it overall, and I thought that it flowed really well. And it not that it was a crazy long song. It was 5 minutes and it went by way too quick. I was just like jamming out and loving it. So good pick, Mark. Another musical masterpiece.
There you go. That's thumbs up from Sam. 1 from me as well. We need 1 from you. Don't forget to do that before you leave so this video reaches more people. We appreciate all your support. Hit the comment section if you haven't done so already. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know when you first heard this song. Let us know if it's one of your favorite songs. Let us know
we want to hear all
the
the
best
stories.
Cream song. And if it's not, drop 1 down below. If it is, and you've got a second best, drop it down below. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you on our next video.
Thanks for watching.